title's not clickbait. This is a movie that truly did live up to the hype that it was surrounded by. I just got back, funny enough, from seeing the Backrooms movie, and I wanted to give you guys a review on it. So, if you guys don't know, I'm pretty sure most of you guys know the Backrooms. It's a series based off of an infamous creepypasta. There's been plenty of games, short horror films about it. They've had some good, some bad, some really bad, and some really good. Definitely the standout, though, is Kane Productions. Kane Productions' Backrooms VHS tapes are some of literally the best in the game. And Kane Productions was also the one behind this film. And I was very excited for it because I do love what he did with the Backrooms VHS, and I was excited for this film. I went into it, honestly, with a little bit lowered expectations just to not be as disappointed if it wasn't good. It was very, very good. I really did like it. I thought it definitely, as I said, it really did live up to the hype. It is a slow burner. I'm going to go and say that right now. It is a slow burner film, so don't expect it to be all jump scares and whatnot. But there are less jump scares than you think. And that is actually what they were going for. It's basically this whole liminal thing. It plays with your fears. You get lost in the back rooms. And it did that very, very well. I was unnerved through a lot of the scenes. There's some scenes where like you think you see something in the background, but it's just like a stationary object like a chair or a man. There was a scene, little spoiler, where there's a pile of clothes and there's this cardboard cutout of half a head sticking out. That freaked me out because I legitimately thought that was watching the cameraman and he didn't notice it, but it was just a cardboard cutout. But yeah, it makes you think you're seeing things and you're not. You hear noises, and then the person who's stuck in the back rooms, they are running and they're being chased by something you can't see. It really does play with your fears of especially claustrophobia. If you have claustrophobia, this film does go into a lot of tight spaces. It really did work. I think it really did work. There was one jump scare that really did get me. That scared me. But I was more unnerved and disturbed throughout the entire thing. I wasn't pooping my pants scared. I was just a little unnerved. So, Backrooms, I think, really did live up to the hype, especially what they were going for. Kane Productions did amazing on this. The actors did phenomenal. There were scenes that weren't meant to be horror, but that were really uncomfortable with dialogues between back and forth with the characters, especially with some deep moments. Some of the characters, the main guy, Clark, he has a rough past with his wife. His wife left him, and he is a person who hurts everyone. He wants to push people away before they get too close, before he hurts them, and that comes back a lot. There's a lot of parallels between the Backrooms and that. And when he's talking to characters, he honestly the actor did a great job of making the conversation feel uncomfortable to sit there and watch. It was very good. And the actor who plays another character, Mary, did a great job of responding to the conversations or starting her own. They did a great job. It's just, the movie was amazing. I think the cinematography, I need to talk about that quickly. The cinematography in this was absolutely beautiful. The camera work was beautiful. There were shots where it was going through tight spaces. That was absolutely gorgeous. It was next level for cinematography. And the lighting, the sets, they were all beautiful. And even the town that the movie is set in, when you see the town briefly, it looks like the liminal games. It looks so unnerving. It just meant to unnerve you. And it did great at that. So, yeah, I really did like the Backrooms. I will say this, though. Obviously, I am still getting used to slow burners. I do wish that, this is just me, I do wish they had a little bit more of the entities from the Backrooms. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but I wish there were a little bit more of those. There was horror in here, I will say that. I will say personally, though, I feel like they could have amped it up just a little bit because of how popular the Backrooms is and how some of the really good Backrooms games have a lot of horror. So I really wish they kind of amped that up a little bit. There were some good nods to the Kane Productions originals. There were some references. Catch them, I'm not going to spoil them. But yeah, overall, I thought the Backrooms was really good. I could have used a little more, but because there's a lot to unravel, but there's still so much to be told. So where does Backrooms land on the sharpness scale? I'm going to give it a solid 75%, mainly just because, solid 75%, mainly because, did great with production, the visuals, the scares, the unnervingness. It's just I could have used a little more horror, as well as I could have used a little bit more they didn't really need to explain a lot. How do I word this? I could have used a little bit more of the Backrooms themselves. Anyway, Yeah, so 75% on the sharpness scale for the Backroom. A pretty sharp cut and cuts pretty deep. That's about it. Yeah, Backrooms was really good. Adios.